Hey y'all, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I see that you guys are really enjoying this series and I enjoy making them for you guys. But don't forget, please subscribe to this channel and thumbs up the video. Show your girl some love. It's free. Now let's jump right into the video.
This is why I'm never gonna go to another nail salon ever again.
I'm listening.
So I'm sitting down and this gentleman is drilling off some of the product that I have on my nail and it gets really hot. So I say, ouch, this
Sounds like he drilled off a couple of layers of your nails along with the product he was removing. Now, ladies, gentlemen, anytime you're getting your nails done, it should not hurt. If you feel any pain, that's definitely a red flag.
is getting really hot. Not just hot, but it's a little painful.
Now, the heat is coming from friction. So this happens when the nail tech, they're drilling in the same, or they're filing in the same spot, and they're not moving the drill around enough. It can cause you to feel that heat. Or if they're just like putting too much pressure on the drill and they're filing for too long, it can eventually cause you to feel pain because they're literally filing off layers of your nails. So, when it comes to filing, or, in this case, he's using a nail drill, and, when you're drilling on the natural nail or the nail enhancement, you want to make sure you keep that drill moving, and you want to also make sure you don't apply too much pressure so that it doesn't take off layers of your client's nails.
And the lady sitting right next to him who's like managing the place currently.
Now, I would have turned to her and say, please help me.
She looks at me with this like nasty look, or maybe she just has resting face.
Ugh.
She looks at me and she says, you just need to distract yourself.
From what? From the pain that you shouldn't have been feeling in the first place?
Why don't you go on your phone and distract yourself and not pay attention?
That is so sad that manager think that this is the resolution to the fact that her nail tech is causing pain to this client, instead of talking to the nail tech and saying, hey, what are you doing? She shouldn't be feeling any pain. Like, that's ridiculous.
So he can do a good job, and he's not going to be able to do a good job if you're pretty much acting like this, something along the lines.
So causing your client pain means that you're doing a good job?
And I should have just left. I should have just gone up there.
Yes, girl, you should have came to see me.
And see that red flag and just left. Now, I haven't been to this place in a year, and because I remember the last time I went there was bad.
So why did you go back to this salon again?
I thought maybe something would have changed.
Nope. They showed you it right the first time.
Whatever, so I continue sitting there and he's doing my nails, and I notice that my nails that he's doing, they're very milky. There's like no consistency. That's just like chunky and milky.
So it sounds like you're referring to the application. It's probably not even and it's all lumpy and bumpy.
It's just horrible. And he's like part of management, so it's like you
What management?
think if someone's part of management, like they'd be doing a better job than everybody else, but like these people are not trained.
They're really not.
At most of these salons that I've ever been to, they're not trained.
So it sounds like you keep having the same terrible experiences with different salons. So when are you going to come over to the private nail tech side?
I'm not talking about like ethnicity or anything. Like, I'm not saying, hey, we're all supposed to be professionals and X, Y, and Z and go through.
No, if you're providing services to the public, you should have some type of professionalism.
Through like the conventional school, but oh my gosh, like this, just if you're not good at it, just don't do it. Or
My thoughts exactly. Or if this is not what you had in mind for a career choice, then don't do it either.
Or practice on dummies until you're good. Like, so at this point, I'm just like, I really just want to get my nails done and get out of here.
Exactly.
So he switches me to the next person. He's doing my feet, and
Girl, after that terrible experience with your hands, you actually let these people touch your feet?
this guy, like, again, barely speaks any English, which is not the point, but it's just really hard to communicate. He's trying to upsell me
Upsell you on what?
on this pedicure, and I just wanted the basic color change. I don't want to
So they trying to get you to spend more, trying to get you to get all them designs and stuff.
pedicure. I don't want any of that because this place doesn't clean their stuff. It's nasty.
Girl, the fact that you stayed is your fault.
And so he just is relentless. He won't stop. Finally, I make it very clear to him. I'm like, I'm only doing a color change.
This is so bad.
And he's like, well, this is not a benefit for me. This is, obviously in his accent.
Not a benefit for you, nail tech? So how is that bling and designs and all of that going to benefit the customer? Please do tell.
Whatever. Like, this is not a benefit for me. This is a benefit for you. Like, this is going to benefit you. Look, you have callus, and look at.
Oh, I get it. So he's trying to get her to do, so she's just getting a basic color change, and he's trying to get her to do like a spa pedicure, probably like soaking her feet, stones and all that stuff. So I got it.
Your nail. Like, he's making fun of my nail. I'm like, like, who like thinks, who treats these people this, like,
His whole approach was so wrong. There definitely is a better way he could have handled this.
who acts like this?
Definitely not all of us.
Like, you think people are going to want to come back when everybody in this room is acting like this? And they weren't busy. It was a slow day.
Slow for a reason.
So whatever, I'm just like, ugh, let's just get this over with. I sit down, he starts like cleaning my nail, drilling off the little bit of color that I had, and he nicks my skin and it starts bleeding.
Now let me say this, and I'm so sorry that the nail tech accidentally cut your skin. It can happen. Accidents happen. You're dealing with sharp instruments. It is a possibility for a nail tech to accidentally cut their client. Now, the way they respond to that is what's important. If they're not supposed to just ignore it and just keep going with this, with what they're doing, they're supposed to stop, and they're supposed to address the cut, and and make sure they clean up any blood and all of that. Of course, you want to apologize to your customer, and then you go ahead and proceed with what you were doing.
I'm like, ow, and he's like, oh, it's your fault. You move. I'm like, no, I have not moved. You moved, and it's your fault.
The nail tech should have definitely taken responsibility.
This is your fault. And he was like, he just kept saying it was my fault. You move, your fault. And
What a mess.
I finally ended. I was like, no, this is your fault, not mine.
Period. And that's how you stand up for your rights.
And I was like starting to not sound nice. And then he's like, turn off the massage. And I'm like,
for what?
Like, okay, then what is the point? What is the point of me being here?
For some pampering and to get your nails done?
I wanted to cry, you guys. Like, I wanted to cry.
Please don't cry.
To cry. This was a couple days ago, and I still want to cry. But
see, I'm telling you guys need to find your private nail techs that are in your area and show them some support. I'm telling y'all.
It's because of all of the bad experiences that I have had, small or big, at nail salons, that I'm just so sick of.
I'm so sorry, hun, for your negative experiences. I definitely hope that you find a nail salon home or a private nail tech home that will give you a better experience.
And I know these are like the mainstream nail salons. They're not like those independent girlies
See?
that I have been to an independent girly, and
So why'd you stop?
she had her own little thing in her house, and
We all have to start somewhere.
that was probably the only like good experience that I've ever had.
Ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. Her only great experience getting her nails done was going to a private independent nail tech. Now, it sounds like she stopped going to her because she was judging her by the simple fact that she worked out of her home. Guys, we got to stop doing that. We got to start somewhere. So if you see someone working out of their home, is because they got to start somewhere. Support them so that they can get the money up so that they can rent a suite. You know what I'm saying? So, definitely try out your local private independent nail techs, and most of the time you will have a better experience.
But at this point, my freaking toe's bleeding, and I'm dealing with an asshole.
That is not okay, and I'm so sorry that you went through that.
And then towards the end, he starts to do like small talk, I think, to try to get a tip. That's just my assumption. I could be wrong.
No, you were correct.
And he's like, oh, where are you going later? What are your plans? So I tell my plans. I tell him I'm going to this town. He's like, oh, that town doesn't exist. You're thinking of Roselle. Roselle is in the Schaumburg area.
At this point, does it matter? Let your client talk, like engage in conversation. Just let her say what she got to say.
And I'm like, no, I'm going to Rosemont for a salsa congress.
Exactly. I'm sure you would know where you're going.
Excuse me. And he's like, Rosemont is nowhere there. You're going to Roselle. Like, he's trying to mansplain this to me.
And there he goes, putting his foot in his mouth again.
And his English is so bad, I could literally barely understand him. And I'm like, why are you so bent out of shape trying to explain this to me? Like,
Honestly, at this point, I would have just stopped talking to him, just let him finish up my feet, and been on my way.
this is obnoxious. So finally I go up and pay, and they're like, oh, it's $70 total.
Not bad.
Which is whatever. It is what it is. $70 total. Honestly, not a bad price for just a color change for feet and hands and a soak off.
Right, but you do get what you pay for.
The soak off was $10. The hands, again, color change French, was $35.
Oh, okay.
And then the feet were $25. So $35, $10, $25. I think that's $70.
Gotcha.
But anyways, so I'm like pulling up. They only accept Zelle, so
They don't take cash?
I'm pulling up a Zelle. I send it. While I'm like sending it, the guy comes up to me and he's like, here's my own personal barcode for you to tip me.
I would not be trusting that. I would not trust that at all.
What? My God. Oh my God.
So is it that you don't think he deserved a tip, or that he came over to give you this weird barcode?
Like pressing my head because I'm just like, I can't. I know these are high class problems.
Eh.
I know. I should be grateful, blah, 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 blah. I just look at him, and I was nice the whole time, guys. I was nice. I was very polite. I just kept saying, thank you.
That's right. You be the bigger person.
Thank you. And I just told him, I was like, okay, thank you. And then I turn around to leave because I didn't tip anyone because
Yeah, with that experience, none of them deserved a tip.
they all fucking sucked.
Period.
And he looks at me and he's like, what? So you're not going to tip me?
And I would have responded and said, so was that a question?
I'm like, no, I'm not going to tip you because
That's right. You stand up for yourself, girl.
I didn't like the service. And then I walk away and I leave and I hear him talking shit in a different language with the other other people, and it's like I'm over going to salons. I mean, this is, you
Girl, you need to be calling that independent nail tech back.
can't really, like, I don't know, you can't really tell, but it's like, it's just very cloudy. This is like cloudy.
I can't see what she's talking about. But yeah, if she's just not happy, she's not happy. I hope that she realizes that this is not the business for her, and that she does not return, and that she definitely gives that independent nail tech a call.
It's not good. Like, there was like you can't really see up close, but if you're up close, it's just not good. I'm not saying that this is absolute horrible,
But you're just not happy with it.
I'm just saying the whole experience was horrible, and this is why I'm going to learn how to do my own nails.
Oh boy, I guess I'll be dropping another DIY horror story in a minute.
I'm going to learn how to do my own nails. I've been inspired by a friend on here who's very crafty, and she does her own nails, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to do my own nails because it's going to save me money.
Gel polish, yes. Acrylic, no. Press-ons, yes.
I'm an artsy girl, and I'm done dealing with really, really poor mainstream nail salons
Support your local private nail techs.
that honestly, like, you're just like a number to them.
You got it.
That's how I feel. I'm just a number to them. And this is just me going on a rant, an event.
And I am here for it, girl.
And, this is also a learning experience for me. And I don't think I'm in the wrong for it. I don't. And
no, it doesn't sound like it to me.
will I be leaving a review? Yes, I will, because I don't want anybody else to go there.
Understandable.
I want them to know what they're walking into. It's just really unfortunate. But again, I know these are like Cadillac problems.
No, don't think of it like that. You're just venting. You had a bad experience that upset you, and you just wanted to vent about it. Listen, I am here for it, honey.
So, don't come at me.
Y'all, I really wanted to have a good day today, but it's just not shaping up to be that.
Oh no, why?
So I started off by going to get a massage, which was good, nothing, whatever.
Oh, I love me a good massage.
So then I end up at the nail shop. So all I wanted was French tip, white French tip with a pink heart to match my outfit.
You can never go wrong with a classic Frenchie.
I sit in this chair. Everything's going good. The nails are shaped fine. Everything's good.
So what changed?
So this man starts to try to do the French tip. And when I tell you, he had the shakiest hands in all of eternity.
Oh no.
Like, I just automatically kind of was like, is this going to come out good? So I'm still putting my faith in him.
Always keep your faith in God, girl. Only in God.
He's taking his time. I'm like, okay, this is probably a good sign. He's taking his time. So he turns my hand for me to see and asks me if it's okay. Y'all, it is nothing like the picture that I asked. You couldn't even say that this was French tip.
Now, I never understand why when you go to the nail salon and you show them a design and they know they can't do it, why they can't just say, no, I'm sorry, I don't know how to do that. Or, usually the salons have a lot of other nail techs in there. So if you know you can do it, why not reach out to one of your other colleagues and see if they can help?
It was like half the nail was white and like it was barely art. So I had to.
Oh, I know exactly what I know exactly what he did. So, pretty much drawing a French line is very hard. I know we look at it and we're like, oh, that looks so easy. No, you have to definitely have a steady hand, and it takes a lot of practice. So it sounds like this nail tech didn't know how to draw that French line.
Can you I showed him a picture on my phone, still being polite. Can you just like arch it some, like how French tip is supposed to be?
And that's the hard part.
I didn't say that. I just said, can you arch it a little? And he's like, sure. So again, he's taking his time and he's trying to arch it. He's trying to, mimic this design that I wanted, which again was just French tip.
And did he finally get it?
So he's taking his time. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's going to come out better. He shows me the nails again, and I'm just like, I'm sorry. And a little bit about me, I hate being confrontational, especially when it's
I completely understand. And you were not being confrontational. You're just, you know what you want. You showed him a picture. He said he could do it, and you trusted that he knew how to do it. And both times he did it completely wrong. So you're just not happy. So that's not you being confrontational. You're just not happy with how he did the design.
like services like that. Obviously, it's a nail shop full of people. I'm not trying to be difficult, but y'all, this was just not going to happen. Like, that was just, I could not leave.
I know exactly the look that she was going for, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and call me biased, but I'm not. Usually these type of trendy designs, a private nail tech usually will know how to do it.
The shop, even just, how you get a haircut or you get nails and you leave crying, but you're just like, you couldn't say anything. This was not that. Like, if I
Aww.
would have left, it would have looked like my 3-year-old did it. So I was just like, sorry, no, just, it's still just is inconsistent.
I'm glad that she stood up for herself and didn't just walk out there with that design and not being happy with it. Definitely, seems like he doesn't know how to do it. So I would have just had him take it off and just probably just had him either just leave it plain or just do whatever design he could do on there.
Crooked. I'm telling you guys, like, the lines were like a toddler drawing outside of the lines when they're, drawing with crayon.
Yeah, drawing those French lines is not easy at all. I'm actually going to insert a picture of what I believe the look she was going for.
So I'm just like, oh no, I'm sorry. Just, it's still inconsistent. It's still just not good. So then he's trying to fix it again, shows me for the third time. It just got, it progressively got worse.
Yeah, by that point, I would have definitely told him to just take it off. Based on her description of the error that he made, this is probably what he ended up giving her. And if that was the case, I would not have been walking out looking like that either.
So I'm like, okay, let's just scratch it. We can just do a full solid color. How can you go wrong with a full solid color?
Exactly. But let me guess, he messed that one up too.
Proceed to put on this color that I did choose. Tried to just salvage it by just like, okay, I don't want just a solid pink color. I want a little bit of glitter.
Okay. I'm sure he's going to know how to do that.
I couldn't ask for a design. It was just out of the question. He was not going to be able, for the life of him, to do a design.
You think?
Mind you, there's other techs in there, and I have gone to shops where they're like, I can't do a design. We're going to have to bring somebody else in. It was looking like that was not going to happen.
You see what I'm saying? I just said that. I said that earlier. If he couldn't have done it, he could have reached out to someone else and asked them if they could have done it. But it's like he had so much pride, he didn't he didn't want to ask no one else for help.
And it was only a couple other techs in there anyway. They were busy, so it was just like, I'm just gonna have to grit and bear it. Let me show you these nails. When I tell you, these are like,
let's see if the picture of the nails that he did matches what I guesstimated they looked like.
I just want to cry. It's one of those moments where you leave the shop, you pay your money, and you just never go back. Look at these nails. The pinkest nails.
Oh, okay. So he took off the French lines, so we can't see what the French lines looked like.
Ever. Again, I tried to salvage them with like.
Oh, wow. Like her nails, look how, oh my goodness, they are really, really thick.
Some sparkle, which walking.
And the shape, oh my goodness.
Like in there in that light, it wasn't bad, but guys.
And look at all that product on her thumb. Look at it. It's all on her skin.
Look at this. Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
Seriously, like.
Now I will say that I like the unicorn chrome effect that he put on.
Oh my God, I just want to cry. I just wanted my nails done, y'all. I just wanted French tip.
It really makes me sad when customers are unhappy with their services. I don't like when customers don't, when they don't love the outcome of their nails.
And let me show you. He did put a heart on it, but it's just like, oh my God. Look at these hearts.
Okay, so the hearts are not that bad. I mean, you do have a little skinny heart and one that's a little bit more on the fluffier side.
My God.
I'm going to be honest, her nails look terrible. You know, sometimes when I look at people's nails, I'm like, okay, it doesn't look that bad, but hers look bad. I personally, I would have went back in there, told them to take it off, and give me back my money, and I would have just went somewhere else.
I just wanted French tip.
Y'all, let me tell y'all how I went clear off in the nail salon.
Yes, girl, I'm all ears.
I'm so tight that's why I keep looking. Like these nails.
Wait, hold up. They don't look too bad now. Them looks like the Frenchies that the other girl was trying to get.
Y'all, hold on. Look at these fucking nails.
Okay, let me get a little closer to the screen because maybe I'm looking at something wrong, but they look fine to me. I mean, I do see a little bit on the French lines. It look a little bit crooked and tilted to the left, but other than that, it looks alright.
Yo, when I tell y'all I'm so tight, I went clear off in there. First of all, number one.
Now, when somebody says first of all, you already know the story about to be good.
And I don't have time to go nowhere else. So, nails is what it's going to be. But when I tell y'all I'm so tight.
What happened, girl? Tell me.
Okay, so I get there like 11 o'clock, right? No,
11 o'clock. I got you.
yeah, about 11 o'clock. I'm not tripping about a wait, right? Because it's Mother's Day weekend. I'm the one who waited last minute to get my nails done. So
Happy belated Mother's Day.
everybody was going to be up in there getting their nails done. All right, cool, boom. I'm waiting for like an hour. They finally
An hour?
tell me to go sit in a chair. I go sit in the chair. Okay, I'm sitting in the chair for like 30 minutes. Getting a little annoyed because when you tell me to come sit in the chair, I'm thinking you're about to service me soon.
Exactly. I would have thought the same thing.
All right, but that's the G. You trying to just get me to think you servicing me, about to service me. But that you just going to
Yep, so that they can make sure you don't leave.
make me sit there for an extra 20, 30 minutes. All right, so cool. All right. I still not tripping. All right. The girl comes in. Somebody
Oh, where'd you get that lip gloss?
that wasn't already there comes in to do my nails. All right. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what race you are. I don't care about none of that.
As you shouldn't.
If you could do nails, you could service me. But it was a Caucasian girl, a young girl. She had to be like, I don't know, maybe like 20, 23, 24. Okay, I'm not mad at it because my daughter do nails. She 23.
So, why didn't you have your daughter do your nails again?
So, okay, they got you working in the shop. I don't know if you have a license or not, whatever. So, I sit down. She like, yeah, how you doing?
Okay, so it sounds like she was polite.
She said, do you know what you want? Oh, you. So I go to get the picture on my phone. Oh, you got
Okay. I always appreciate a customer who comes prepared.
a picture, period. All right, so I'm like, you doing a little too much. Okay, but whatever.
See, even the nail tech was happy.
Are you talking like that to me because of how I look? Because I'm trying to figure out, do you talk like that with all your customers? Every other word is period.
It could be the way that's just the way she speaks. But either way, when it comes to dealing with a client, you do want to talk, in a more professional manner.
Like, you're getting on my nerves. So then she was like, yeah, you just want a cute little French. Period.
Okay, so that's starting to sound a little bit too much.
So I'm like, all right, she's doing too much. She's doing the most, but whatever. Cool. She starts doing my nails. I look at the first nail. I'm like, looks a little suspect.
What you mean? What was wrong with the first nail?
Okay, but I could be bugging. My daughter do nails. Sometimes at first, the nail don't look 100, but they got to file it down, make it right, whatever. But I've
That is very true. You got to trust the process.
watched my daughter do nails for so long. I know how she apply the acrylic. So I'm like, her application looking a little suspect. Boom.
So why didn't you let your daughter do your nails? You could have saved you some coins. Wait, no, I take that back because I still always I'm a firm believer even if you're doing family members nails, everybody should pay. At the end of the day, it's a business, and can't be expecting
All
free
right,
service.
second nail. All right, my leg's shaking a little bit because I'm like, yo, I think Shorty don't know what she doing. Me being stupid, I let her go to the third nail. Third nail is crazy, lumpy. It just looks
But what happened to trusting the process? She ain't filed yet.
bananas. So I'm like, yo. I said, whoa. We not gonna do this. So I said, what's going on? The application's off. It's mad lumpy.
Let me just say this. Sometimes, depending on the person, especially if it's a beginner nail tech, the application can be a little lumpy. But, don't pay attention to that. It comes down to the filing. I've seen people where the application is lumpy, and when they file and buff and all of that and shape the nail, you wouldn't have been able to even tell that the application was a little messy. So, I don't always just go based on the application. You want to go based on after the filing. Now, after the filing, if it still look a hot mess, then you're in trouble.
She was like, oh, yeah, once I file it down and, get it right, it's going to smooth out.
Exactly.
Plus, it has something to do with the temperature of the salon.
Well, that is true. The temperature does affect the acrylic.
Baby girl, I know that you got to keep the space a certain temperature in order for the products to last. But y'all supposed to be in the correct. I don't know if you got your stuff from the crib. Are you using the equipment at the shop? But that's neither here nor
I don't know, but this customer seemed like she giving this nail tech a hard time. My thing is, she should have just had her daughter do her nails.
there for me. All right. So I'm like, nah. So she was like, oh, can I just drill one down so you can see how I was going to look? She drills it down. It looks suspect.
I mean, dang. Can she file it too?
So I'm like, all right, look. She like, look, I can get somebody else to do your nails. Please, sweetheart, do that.
The nail tech did the right thing because this lady was being a little bit too difficult.
All right, lady comes over. Starts trying to soak my nails, right? So she's soaking them and she's like, oh, I'm like, yo, y'all might want to watch what Shorty doing.
Watch what who's doing.
Cause y'all gonna have some disgruntled customers. So
okay.
She was like, hold on, be right back.
Okay, I'll be here.
So I'm like, you going to have some disgruntled customers. So she's like, oh, that's the manager. I don't got nothing to do with that. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So she starts working on soaking my nails. So she trying to rush because she see I'm tight. So
I'm wondering why they were soaking off the nails. Why didn't the managers just come in and just try to, finish off what the previous nail tech started? Because I have a feeling that once it was filed down and shaped and all of that, it would have looked fine. So if it, like I said, if it was bulky, you could debulk the nail. So I'm not quite sure why the manager decided to go for soaking it off and not just finish up and just make it all come together.
taking it out, the acetone, I guess, right? Or early, and she trying to get it off. And then she starts to apply the tips on top. So I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it's not even all the way off. She's like,
now there are some people that don't completely take off all the acrylic. There are some nail techs that leave a thin layer of acrylic and then go in with the nail tip again. So it sounds like that's what they were doing.
Oh, the nails are gonna cover the acrylic. I'm like, I don't want all that acrylic on my nails. Just
Ooh, mad much?
wait for it to come off, right? So she soaks it, puts it back in there. So she's like, ooh, you making me nervous. I said, ooh, you made me nervous when I walked in this bitch.
Oh my goodness. I would have been sent this lady on her way.
Because homegirl didn't know what she was doing. So dismiss me with that. You making me nervous. So she was like,
I mean, at this point, you sound like you know more than the nail tech and the manager, so you should have just did your own nails.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to get you out of here fast. So Shorty was trying to rush because I guess, like she said, I was making her nervous. So I'm like, look,
Yes, you was making her no nervous with your attitude, so she trying to hurry up and get you out of there.
I could tell I could tell her work is suspect.
Oh, here we go. And all I'm gonna say is this lady should have just allowed her daughter to do her nails because she seems like she's a very picky person. It's almost like because her daughter does nails, she thinks this lady thinks she knows a little something something about doing nails, so she gives other people a hard time. Or she probably act the same way with her daughter. And her daughter was like, "Hell no, I'm not doing your nails."
Ain't as bad as Shorty, but it look crazy. So she doing my nails or whatever. She's like, "Ooh, you so picky." I said, then I got tight. I said, "Yo, let me tell y'all something.
Tight for what? She's telling the truth.
People work hard. I work hard for my little teacher check every 2 weeks. All right? And people work hard for their money. So
Yes, we understand you work hard for your money. We all do. But that doesn't mean that you go into an establishment and treat people like that. You came in there with an attitude.
don't try to come at me like I'm being aggressive because I need you to do your job properly. Y'all charging $45, $50 a hand up in this bitch.
That's it? For some Frenchies?
Do it right. Do you understand what I'm saying? So she ends, I say, "Yo, I will not." Then she finishes my nail, whatever. She was like, "Look so pretty." I said, "No, so ugly."
Oh, wow. Wow.
I said, "No, so ugly." I said, "In this salon is a disaster. And I will never come back here again." Y'all ain't
I'm sure they're thanking God for that.
never not left a tip. Ever. Even when the service been mediocre. Never not left a tip. Because you're not going to play with my money. And these nails.
Okay, as a licensed manicurist, I'm looking at this woman's nails. Again, it's not right in front of my face. I'm going based on looking at it on the screen. Her nails does not look bad at all. Okay, I was honest enough in that last reel video where I said the other lady's nails, they did a terrible job. This lady's nails look decent. She is just being very picky, and thank God her daughter knows how to do nails, and maybe she should continue to have her daughter do her nails.
Y'all got you. The video camera don't even do it justice. These nails
No, ma'am, your nails look just fine.
is suspect. Look, yo, you can't even see.
Oh no, we can see, and there's nothing wrong with your nails.
Nails are suspect. $50.
Now, you are very lucky that's all that you paid for a French set, because a French set can cost you anywhere from $80 and up. So you should be very happy that that's all you spent and go about your business.
Like, people just got $50 to throw away. I'm big mad. I went off in there. And I told him before I left, I'm writing a Google review. I'm never coming back to this place again.
Now, this goes to show that you cannot please everyone. I don't feel that it was necessary for her to write a negative Google review on this establishment, because it's not like they treated her terribly. She, for some reason, just feels that they didn't do the nails to her liking. So what you do, just don't go back. They were respectable to you. The nail tech, when you said you didn't like how she was doing it, she recommended you to go to her manager. Her manager soaked the nails off. She redid them again. They at least worked with you. So for you to go and leave a negative review, that wasn't right. That wasn't right at all.
Because y'all are horrible. When I tell y'all I'm big mad, I'm big mad.
And for what? I still have no clue.
But y'all have a great Saturday.
You too.
Love and light.
I remember when I went and got my nails done and the nail technician stood up and yelled at me in front of everyone. It embarrassed me so badly.
Wait, what? Why?
I could not believe it. So
Neither can I. Like, what happened?
let's rewind and let me tell y'all how we got here.
Okay.
It was my senior year and I was getting ready for my senior pinning. Me and my guy best friend was at the nail salon, and ever since I started getting my nails done, I always liked really short, clean, square nails.
Okay. Now let me guess. The nail tech doesn't know how to do short, square nails.
And if you know anything about the traditional Vietnamese nail salons, once you get to a certain length, they tell you they can't go any shorter. Even though they can, they just don't want to. And
Now, some people don't like doing short nails because they don't know how to do short nails. So I'm guessing that's what's going on here.
I remember I just asked the guy, like, can you go shorter? Like, can you, because I like them really, really short. Like, I've always loved my nails super short.
Ooh, I like those. Those look so natural.
And they just didn't want to do it. And I've always been like, cool, I'm not trying to start anything, but I mean, I'm paying you my money. Like, can you go shorter?
Exactly.
He stood up and said, no, if you want me to go shorter, go somewhere else. And like, embarrassed
Wow, that's terrible.
me in front of everyone. And I felt humiliated, y'all. Like, because for one, I was a kid. Like, I was
No need to feel embarrassed. What you should have did was stand up and walk right out the salon.
I was a senior in high school getting ready for my senior prom, my senior pinning, and the moment that was supposed to be special and for me to remember with my best friend ended up being an embarrassing moment for me. And
Yeah, you definitely should have just went to another nail salon. They didn't deserve your money.
really just not a great memory for me.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
And that is one of the reasons why I am such an advocate of quality and an experience when it comes to servicing my clients, because for as long as I can remember, the nail salons have treated people, especially my people, like garbage, for real.
Okay, so it sounds like she got into doing nails herself.
If you say something is wrong with it, they're gonna say, no, your nail is crooked. If you say like they cut you, they're gonna just act like that you don't see the blood. It's just like the way that they treat us is terrible, especially
It's unfortunate that they treat everybody like that.
for, I'm talking about me and my people, especially for African Americans to be the number one consumers in the beauty industry. And back then I wasn't interested, or I wasn't thinking about doing nails, but once I was interested in doing nails, I definitely thought about that memory. And I'm just like, I vow to change the experience in the nail industry when it comes to.
I'm definitely glad to hear that negative experience that you had will make it that you will never ever treat any of your clients that way.
The way that we get serviced. Because if I'm being real, and if y'all be real with me, the experience don't really be like that. They treat us as if we should be thankful that they doing our nails.
So sad.
Ever since that day, I vowed that I would never allow anyone to talk to me like that again, especially when I'm spending my money, my hard-earned money. And at that time, I didn't even have no money. I think I might have got it from somebody, like my grandma or something.
I definitely want to, tell you guys, never go to any establishment that doesn't appreciate you. If you go there and you are not treated correctly, it is okay to walk out. Do not give these people your money.
When I think about that, it just kind of put like a gut, like it's like gut wrenching to me, because it's like, it's 2025. That was 2020. That was 2012. That was 2012.
Oh, okay. So she's just sharing it sounds like she's just sharing her experience and how that experience motivated her to become a nail tech so that she can provide great customer service to her clients. I think this was a great story. It sucks that such a negative event had to happen, but it made it where she wanted to be a nail tech so that she can treat her customers with great customer service.
No, that was 2013. That was 2013, and it's now 2025, and we can still see that people have experiences like that. And
yep, and it's so sad.
Nothing has really changed for it. I'm not saying all, because we know that there's always exceptions to the rule.
Right, it's not everybody.
But when you walk into like a nail salon, it's not always the friendliest. And
I'm not saying that because I'm a nail tech and I want y'all to come and get serviced by me.
Girl, you should want people to come to you.
I'm saying that because black people, we have to demand more, especially when we are putting billions of dollars in their pockets. We have to demand more. We have to stop
Everyone definitely does deserve respect.
feeling like we have to just accept things. And because they've been doing this for so long, talking in their language,
You definitely don't deserve it. And if you're not happy with how you're being treated, it's okay to leave.
being rude, telling you what they can and cannot do, rushing, slapping just anything on your nails, and just charging you whatever, that's crazy. I see videos on here all the time.
I never understood why there's not a price list, a consistent price list. The price always changes every single time you go.
Where one day you go in and they charge you one price, and the next week you go in and they charge you a totally different price. They don't even have their prices hung up in their shops anymore, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's definitely odd.
Listen, I'm not trying to down them. I'm thankful for what they have. All I have to say is it's time to shake up the nail community and the nail industry when it comes to the kinds of experiences they feel like my people deserve. Because
if people started to understand that it's not okay to be treated that way and stopped going to their establishment, then I have a feeling that they would straighten up.
we are the best, we deserve the best. And I will be the pioneer and I will be the leader of switching the experience. And
We all definitely deserve to be treated with respect.
And you don't have to, and you won't have to feel like in order for you to feel worthy to get a good experience, you have to be a certain type of person. We're all children of God.
Yes, we are.
And regardless of our economic status, regardless of our upbringing, we should receive the best at all times because we are the best.
And you are absolutely right.
And so, hi, my name is Jakia Robinson. And
Hey, girl, hey.
I am determined to change the nail industry in a positive way. And I'm excited for this journey.
And you go, girl. I'm so proud of you.